So here we go. Second unboxing. Have a glass of wine while I'm unboxing this new box of wine I got from JJBuckley. JJBuckley being a wine specialist retailer out of California. They give you it's sort of like a wine buyer, personalized wine buyer. You certainly could go to them to find some wines you're looking for, and every day I think I get 1 or 2 emails a day on just certain wines that are discounted at a good price or whatever it may be. A lot of times I've been buying a lot of wines from them. A lot of great values, a lot of great wine, period. A lot of it's French, fine by me. French and from Napa. They are in California, so it makes sense. So this is where this unboxing is from. It's from JJBuckley. What I typically do is I'll order wine from them in about 12. When I have 12 bottles, I just say, okay, ship it over to me, and then they ship it temperature controlled. So let's see what we got. In the meantime, I am drinking tonight a Maria Zvedek Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, made from the Montepulciano grape in the Abruzzo region of Italy. This wine, under $30, easily one of the best wines for under $30. Just a great wine. This is the 2016 Reserva. I bought this wine in the last 3 or 4 vintages. Go-to wine for under 30 bucks. Great with food. Let it aerate. Certainly a little bit of decanting does this wine better. This is night 2, so I drank a little bit last night. Finish it tonight. But great wine. So here we go. Wine number 1. Chateau Badet. Like I said, they sell a lot of French wine, a lot of Bordeaux. Saint-Emilion Grand Cru 2016. 2016 being a great vintage out of Bordeaux. This one doesn't specifically say what the composition of grapes are, and the back's actually written in French. So, as much as I took French in high school, I remember nothing. But from Saint-Emilion, right bank, it's going to be Cab Franc Merlot, mostly. Either a lot of Cab Franc, a little Merlot, or vice versa. Either way, I never had this Chateau. Excited to try it. I don't know what it even costs, so I have no prices on these right now. Maybe next time I do an unboxing, I'll have some prices. So I ordered 2. Another Chateau Badet, 2016. Probably let it sit a year or 2. Bordeaux does get infinitely better with age. I've been opening up some 05s I had for sort of recently, so I have no idea what this looks like. Some crazy label. Clos Mogador Cum 2. So, this is a Spanish wine from Priorat, all the way in the east side of Spain. Really great region. Some wines are pretty expensive out there. High octane wine, really good wine. This has got to be the second label of Clos Mogador. So Clos Mogador makes some amazing Priorat. Priorat's a blend of grapes, typically Grenache heavy, but they'll add anything else. Carignan, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah. I've seen a lot of different things. Typically Grenache will be the number 1, but very strong, powerful wines. Typically amazing wines out of that Priorat, a very small region. And yeah, so this one, Clos Mogador Cum 2. So I think this is the second bottling, second label, and something I've never had before. Let's see what's next. Another Spanish wine, and this is a classic. So Muga from Rioja, and this is their Prado Anea, 2011. So they only come out with these in good vintages, great vintages. It's already got a number of years of age to be a Grand Reserva. So this is Prado Anea. This is Muga's Grand Reserva. So already a lot of aging rules that go along with being a Grand Reserva Rioja out of Rioja in Spain. And this is one of the great wines of Spain. I mean, this is an unbelievably good wine. Definitely have it with a nice meal, maybe a special occasion. Just an awesome wine. It's gone up in price over the years, but well worth it. Well worth it. Definitely decant. Oh, gotta decant. Prado Anea. The aromas out of that decanter and that glass will be amazing. Kistler. Really great producer out of California for white wine. This is a Chardonnay. So Kistler makes amazing Chardonnays. Some of the best Chardonnays. This is from Sonoma Coast. I can't even read that. Wish I had reading glasses on right now, but Sonoma Coast Chardonnay. And unfiltered, unfined, really great Chardonnay out of California that rivals those out of Burgundy. So they try to make them Burgundian out of here, and all the Kisslers I've ever had were nothing short of amazing. Excited to try that. Never had that specific Kistler. I've only had a few, and they've all been great. Barolo. 2015 Barolo. Never had this one either. I needed to fill out this case of 12, so I had 11 wines that I wanted to have shipped. I typically ship wines out of California fall and spring or winter. Never summer, though. You never want to ship wine during the hot months, although I'm pretty sure the temperature controls sending them to me now. They didn't used to, but they do now. Barolo. So one of the most asked questions I get, what's your favorite wine? I don't have a favorite wine. As you'll see, I literally buy everything in small quantities. If I buy a case of something, it's because I think it's extra special, but I probably will only buy one case of it. I'll never buy another case of it. Very few wines I want to have too many of. I love variety. Certain wines, I mean, Marina's Svedek. I'll never buy a case per se, but I'll always have 1, 2, or 3. When I do order it, I'll order like 1, 2, or 3 just to have them. So I don't store that many wines here, just a number. All my wines are here to be aged a little bit and then drank, of course. I don't wait too long to drink any of my wines. I decided that if I had to pick a region in the world to only drink from for the rest of my life, it would be out of Piedmont. It was a recent revelation I had. So Italy's Piedmont region has Barolo and Barbaresco, made from Nebbiolo grape. High tannic wines, but the wines look light. They almost look like Pinot Noir, but they don't taste like Pinot Noir at all. Tar, roses, very floral, but very strong. They could go with so many types of food. Good acidity, but good tannin structure. If I had to maybe pick one region in the world that I absolutely adore, and I've had the most consistent quality, is Barolo and Barbaresco from the Piedmont region. So there's my answer. Everyone always asks me. I think that's my new answer. So this is a Barolo from 2015, which is an amazing vintage. 2015 seems to be in a great vintage all across the globe. If you don't believe in global warming, I don't really care. But what's happening in the world is where there used to be what's called chaptalization, which is adding sugar to grape must to make them in balance and give them enough structure. That's never happening. That's not happening anymore. Even in the cooler regions of the world, wines now are so ripe. Grapes are so ripe because of the temperature change. Even 1 or 2 degrees in a year in a certain vintage could make all the difference for grape ripening. And yeah, I mean, there's vineyards now that they're saying like some areas of southern or some areas of Australia will not be able to make grapes in a few more years. It'll just be too hot. The grapes will be just jammy and burned and just not good. So now you're already seeing properties buy land that's a little bit more north. So wines are typically made between the 30 and 50 degrees. That may shift over time. We shall see. Maybe not in my lifetime. Maybe my children's. Maybe my grandchildren's. Maybe my great-great-grandchildren's. So another Bordeaux, Chateau de Millery. Another Saint-Emilion Grand Cru 2016. Another great, just a great vintage 2016 out of Bordeaux. The right bank's just great. I mean, I can't say enough about Bordeaux and these regions. Bordeaux's had a streak of great vintages. California's had so many. Napa's had a streak of great vintages. I mean, I think Napa's had like 15 years of great wine in a row, minus 2011, probably their only bad year. They're claiming that I think it's 2018 actually won't be so great. So literally 2 vintages out of the last like 15 at a Napa aren't going to be amazing. But Bordeaux isn't like Napa. Different growing conditions there. So, but they've had a number of good ones. Again, maybe the global warming thing, maybe not. But it's definitely a climate shift happening, especially in the wine growing regions. You don't believe in global warming, so be it. But the wines will tell you that the things are changing. There's so many great vintages now, year after year after year. Used to take 5 to 10 years to get a great vintage. Now it seems like year after year you're getting great vintages. They might have an off year or two, and then another 2, 3 great vintages. Great for the wine drinker, and great for these chateaus or whoever's making these wines. Just phenomenal. So, no idea what this is. Pirouette 2016 from the Long Shadows Vintners Collection. Columbia Valley, so a Washington red. Don't even remember ordering this. But Cabernet Sauvignon, 68%, Merlot 15%, Petit Verdot 8%, Cab Franc 6%, Malbec 3%. So it's a Bordeaux blend. Those are actually all 5 of the Bordeaux grapes allowed in Bordeaux today, but made in Washington State. Again, 2016 probably a great vintage in Washington, just as it is in Napa. I don't know that much about this, but I ordered it anyway. And what do we got next? Italy, Brunello. So when it comes to, I know I just said Barolos, Barbarescos. If I had to drink wine the rest of my life, it'd probably be from Piedmont, Barolo Barbaresco from the Nebbiolo grape. When it comes to food, if you're just going to drink wine with food, foods that go with red, there is nothing, in my opinion, better than Brunello. Brunello being from Tuscany, from the Sangiovese grape. Certain rules govern what makes it a Brunello, more aging. So this is a 2013, and meanwhile I just got it in 2010. Valdecava, an amazing producer. This is their standard Brunello, but their standard Brunello is not inexpensive, but amazing. Just amazing food wines. Good acidity, good body, and it just pairs perfectly with almost anything, with meats, with pastas, with nearly any type of food that goes with red wine. Decant, as always, decant these like an hour, let it sit, and these wines are amazing. Brunellos are amazing. I think the best food wine, bar none. Yeah, big, thick, juicy steak. Yeah, maybe not Brunello. You go with something different. That's where you go with the Barolo Barbaresco, or you go with the Napa Cab, or you go with a big Bordeaux out of the left bank that's Cab heavy. You could even go with a right bank that's heavy with the Cab Franc or Merlot. Doesn't matter. Those are still going to be great. But almost anything else, dinner-wise, you don't know what you're going to eat, go pick up a Brunello. Might cost you $40, might cost you $50. They're so good. And then you get the good vintage of a Brunello, and it's unbelievable. Just unbelievably good. Last two. Nope, one more. Then I go to the last two. Here it is. So here's a Clos Mogador Priorat, and it actually says Priorat right here. So the other one might not be Priorat. Did it say Priorat on the label? It did not. So I actually have no idea where that one might be from. This is definitely from Priorat, that region in the eastern side of Spain that I was talking about. This is the same producer of a Priorat I've had before. I don't know if they've changed the label. They put some other classifications on here. Maybe Priorat's changing. I don't know. Haven't taken a wine class in quite a while. Things have changed out there. But powerful wine, strong wine, extremely good. I don't know if it has the grapes on here. It doesn't. Probably have to look them up online. Again, probably Grenache heavy. But just great wines out of Priorat. There's no bad wine out of Priorat. Spain's Priorat region, everything's good. Everything's good. You got paid for it, but everything's good. Last two. And they're the same. So they wrap them in some tissue paper. I guess in the current state of affairs, I'd probably unwrap these and sell this tissue paper for $20, considering how much in demand toilet paper is these days. But this is some Cabernet from Napa, 2016. Pick it. So I had this a little while ago, and I opened it the first night, and it tasted like green peppers. And I have a Vivino app, and on Vivino, I didn't give it a great review. I only drank a glass, put a cork stopper, I put a stopper on it, and the next day I went back to it, and the wine, that green pepper totally went away, and this wine tasted amazing. So what this tells me is this needs either time to age, or let it decant for an hour, maybe longer. This wine, after that green pepper, went away, and not that green pepper is the worst tasting one, but it was extreme green pepper. Once that went away, this wine was unbelievably good, which is the reason got two more. So I think I paid about $40 for each of these. For Napa Cab standards nowadays, that's pretty affordable. To get really, really good Napa Cab, you normally have to spend some money. These two are amazing. No idea where else you could get them from, but really liked them, really enjoyed them. I guess you need this for a little bit of tissue paper, a little extra bonus. So that's it. Those are my 12 wines from JJBuckley. I think in my next video will be some more tastings. Until then, cheers.